This is not healthy. When you hear about pollution, you might picture exhaust fumes, littering, or oil spills. But there's another kind of pollution you might not know: noise pollution. Like any other pollution, it's a nuisance to society. Plus, everyone hates it.
A few years ago, the Census Bureau did a survey on what people like and dislike about their neighborhoods. And what they found was that noise was Americans' number one complaint about their neighborhoods and the number one reason why they wish to move.
But comfort isn't all that's at stake. Our hearing, overall health, and well-being of our children is in jeopardy. In 2016, 54.5% of the world's population lived in cities. By 2030, it's estimated that that population will grow to be 60%. Noise pollution can be found anywhere, but it's especially bad in cities. Here's a map of the loudest places in the US. Not surprising, cities top the list. They have background levels between 55 and 67 decibels. That's about as loud as the hum from your air conditioner, and it sounds like this. You'll notice that's not including random spikes of noise you hear throughout the day, like this. The human ear can tolerate noise up to 85 decibels without damage. Anything louder poses a risk of permanent hearing loss. Yet, studies show that anything at or above 65 decibels can trigger an increase in blood pressure, heart rate, and stress hormones in the blood. This is what an average New Yorker hears every day. Over time, we can get used to these sounds, but that doesn't make them any less dangerous.
My name is Kit Frank. I am an audiologist at NYU Langone. So I don't think we build up a tolerance to sound. Anatomically, there's nothing that changes that can protect you from sound in your ear just because you're around it a lot. It's probably more of a psychological effect that you just don't notice it because you hear it all the time.
In 2007, researchers released results from their study on 200,000 hearing tests worldwide. They discovered that city residents had noticeable levels of hearing loss. Their hearing was what it should have been if they were 10 to 20 years older. And once the damage is done, it's irreversible. We have microscopic hairs in our ears that relay sound to the brain. They're fine-tuned to detect vibrating frequencies from our eardrum. If those vibrations are too strong, it can bend, break, or even destroy these delicate hairs. But unlike the hairs on your head, these don't grow back. Since we cannot see or feel these hairs, the damage from noise pollution can go unnoticed for years, even decades. According to the World Health Organization, noise is an underestimated threat that can cause a number of short and long-term health problems, such as sleep disturbance, cardiovascular effects, and poorer work and school performance. One of the most famous studies on noise pollution was in 1974. It happened here at Public School 98 in New York City. The east side of the building faces the subway. When trains passed, the noise pollution in the classroom went from an average of 59 decibels to 89. Teachers had to shout over the noise, and this happened about every 4.5 minutes for 30 seconds at a time. The two researchers compared test scores and reading levels of students on the east versus the west sides of the building. While students on the west side weren't affected, students on the east side were, on average, 4 months behind on reading level, and they performed worse on achievement tests. More studies have gone on to show that children who live in noisy environments have elevated blood pressure and stress hormones. There is one silver lining to all of this. A pair of inexpensive earplugs are an easy, temporary fix to this problem. For more short-term solutions, various cities have started implementing quiet hours, or ticketing people for noise pollution under the category of quality of life fines.
One great example is Germany. There they ban lawn mowing on Sundays. You know, Sundays are supposed to be a day of rest, and so who can rest when all of your neighbors are blasting away with their lawn mowers and their leaf blowers? Also in Europe, the European Union generally, they have significant noise restrictions on commercial products like dishwashers and refrigerators and other household items and lawnmowers and leaf blowers. I also understand that India has now banned the two-stroke gas engine. So definitely there are other countries that are taking this issue much more seriously than the U.S. is.
If there ever is a permanent fix to this problem, it hinges on one question. When will we start taking noise pollution seriously?
Noise pollution isn't just annoying.
And it can seriously mess with our health and happiness.
Think about how tough it would be to sleep with a loud traffic or construction noise outside your window.
It is not just about feeling tired the next day. It also can affect our mood, ability to focus, and even your physical health over time.
Constant noise can raise our stress level, make it hard to concentrate on tasks like work or studying, and even lead to problems like headache or trouble sleeping.
And plus, for some people, it can worsen existing health conditions like high blood pressure or heart disease.
So, when we talk about tackling noise pollution, it's not just about making things quieter. It's about protecting our well-being so everyone can live, work, and play in a peace.
Noise pollution is an invisible danger that affects millions of nations daily. Unlike air or water pollution, it leaves no visible mark, but its impact on health and well-being is profound. In the heart of Kuala Lumpur, the hustle and bustle of city life is constant. From the roar of traffic to the hum of construction, the noise never seems to cease. But for many, this is just background noise, but for others, it can be overwhelming. In Malaysia, the Department of Environment, known as DOE, has taken proactive steps to address the issue of noise pollution. Through meticulous guidelines for environmental noise limits and control, the government aims to safeguard the well-being of its citizens while fostering sustainable development. During the daytime, spanning from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., specific permissible noise level has been established, and as the night descends from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., a quieter ambient is mandated to facilitate restful sleep and relaxation for different zones. In residential areas, during daytime where the tranquility is paramount, the maximum allowable noise level stands at 55 decibel, while during the night, to maintain a harsh atmosphere with a maximum noise level of 55 decibel, promoting uninterrupted rest for residents. Commercial areas bustling with activity maintain a permissible noise level of up to 65 decibel during the day, striking a balance between business operations and community comfort. Meanwhile, during a night with noise level kept at 55 decibel, allowing for essential nocturnal activity while respecting the need for serenity. Industrial zones characterized by their machinery and operation adhere to a maximum noise level of 75 decibel in the daytime, ensuring productivity without compromising public health. Also, during a night where activity persists, measures are in a place to limit noise to a maximum of 70 decibel, mitigate disturbances during the night. Malaysia's rapid urbanization and economic growth have led to increased noise level in urban areas. The World Health Organization considers noise pollution a significant environmental health threat, contributing to problems such as stress, hearing loss, sleep disturbances, and even cardiovascular issues. Noise pollution doesn't discriminate. It affects people of all ages. Children in noisy environments can experience difficulty concentrating in school, impacting their learning and development. According to scientific research, noise is associated with a physical, mental, emotional, and psychological to all individuals, be it human beings or even animals. This is potential risk to the requirements of sound living conditions and needs to be checked at judicial levels. Noise is harmful.
Major causes of noise pollution.
In general, there's a lot of noise every day, even if there is no festival or event happening.
Traffic, straight away, is the biggest noise polluter.
Wedding, for instance, are also one of the example source of noise pollution.
Citizens in Malaysia, they use loud volumes when they listen to music. They use loudspeaker in their event, they use loudspeaker in their parties, and they use their loudspeaker in their marriage.
Some of sources of noise pollution such as road traffic, rail traffic, neighborhood and domestic house, construction work, firework and festival, among many more. Most of these are self-explanatory. The one word you see repeating itself is quite a major problem when it comes to noise pollutions. Rail traffic. Noise pollution due to rail traffic is generally confined to residents living along rail line in urban area, while they have become quieter over the last few years. Railways noise will remain a problem because of longer, more frequent and faster train and the build-up of the urban environment. Efforts are being made to address this issue. Public awareness, campaign and stricter regulation on noise level are steps in the right direction. Innovation urban planning such as the creation of green spaces and noise barriers can also mitigate the impact of noise pollution. We are working on integrating more green spaces within urban areas. Tree and plant can act as natural sound barriers, reducing the amount of noise that reaches residential zones. While these measures are promising, there is still much to be done. It is crucial for both the government and the public to take noise pollution seriously and work together toward creating a quieter, healthier environment. Individually, we can also take steps to protect ourselves using noise-cancelling devices, soundproofing our home, and being mindful of our own noise contribution can help reduce the overall noise pollution. While these measures are Malaysia is a beautiful country with rich natural landscape. Preserving the tranquility of this environment is not just beneficial for our health, but also essential for maintaining our connection with nature.